Hey guys, it's Yumna from Feel Good Foodie. Today I'm going to teach you how I make my traditional Lebanese tabbouleh salad, just the way my mom taught me how to make it. So tabbouleh is a vegan, healthy Mediterranean salad that's made up of parsley, tomatoes, mint, and bulgur, which is also known as bulgur wheat. It's all finely chopped together, then tossed in a very simple vinaigrette that's made up of olive oil and lemon juice. This is a very popular salad in the Middle East and it's becoming more and more mainstream in the US, but I'm gonna teach you how to make it just a little bit more authentic with a couple of tips from my kitchen. It's only a handful of ingredients, but it's a real treat for your taste buds. So, you'll need fresh parsley. I have about 2 bunches here. When you chop it up, you want it to be about 2 cups of chopped parsley. We've got tomatoes, lemons, bulgur, some green onions, some mint, and olive oil, salt, and pepper. So let's get started. We're going to start with the vinaigrette. Traditionally, when you make the salad in Lebanon, you use fine bulgur. So you can see this is super fine and it almost looks like sugar, kind of the consistency that you want. In grocery stores, you'll find it numbered 1, 2, 3, and 4. You want fine bulgur, which is number 1. So this is what you want. And normally, the way you would cook this to use it, just put it in some water and it'll absorb the water and be ready to use. What I like to do instead is add lemon juice and olive oil right to the bulgur and let that get absorbed. So we'll add about 3 tablespoons of lemon juice and 1/3 cup of olive oil. And I'll just use a fork to whisk it all together. What's going to happen is after about 10-15 minutes, the bulgur is going to absorb all that lemon juice and the olive oil, and that's going to be the base for the salad vinaigrette. Now we'll get chopping. There's a lot of chopping here, and you might be tempted to use a food processor to chop all this parsley, but don't do it. Chop it up. It's going to be so much better. It's going to look better. It's going to taste better too. So we've got a bunch of parsley here, and I'm going to get chopping. Okay, so it's a lot of chopping and it's very fine now, but this is the way it's made traditionally. So it's going to just help absorb everything and the flavor is just going to be so much better when it's chopped this finely. Okay, now we're going to transfer this to a bowl. Next, we'll add some chopped mint. I like to put about 3 tablespoons to 1/4 cup of mint, but this is optional, so you don't have to put that. Also, some green onions, which are not optional. So when you're cutting the tomatoes, one thing you want to make sure of is that the tomatoes are not too liquidy. So there's 2 ways to do that. 1 is to drain the liquid out of the tomatoes, and 2 is to just hollow out the inside of them. So I prefer method 2. It's a little bit faster. So what I'll do is cut the tomatoes in quarters, then remove the inside, and then you're just ending up with the firmer part of the tomato. And this is where, it's going to keep the salad from becoming too wet. So this is what you end up with. You're gonna end up with just the firmer part of the tomato. There's still lots of flavor there, lots of color, and this is the part that we wanna use. Don't throw this part out though, because you can use this for all kinds of recipes later on. Now that we're left with the firmer part of the tomatoes, we're just going to finely chop these. So we've got the tomatoes in here, and the tomatoes are different preference for different people, but you definitely want them to be much less than the parsley. So you can kind of see in here, it's like 1/4 of the amount of the parsley. Now we're gonna go ahead and season with some salt and pepper. I throw all the seasoning right on the tomatoes because they absorb it the most. But just kind of eyeball it, some salt and some pepper. And this mixture has only been sitting here for 5 minutes right now, but you can already see it's much thicker, but that's exactly what we're looking for. So now we're going to transfer the bulgur mixture to the tabbouleh. And as you're mixing it, you'll notice that there's way more parsley than bulgur, and that's very traditional of a Lebanese tabbouleh. You definitely want to see more of the green and less of the white. So it shouldn't be, it should just be kind of little speckles in there of little bulgur wheat. Now, don't forget to do a little taste test for salt and pepper. It is tasting really good. I think I'll add a little bit more lemon juice to it. So that's the beauty of the salad. You can definitely add a touch more. I make the salad in the same bowl that I'm going to serve it in for less dishes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe this down. And I kept a little extra tomatoes just to add it to the top for when it's time to serve it. Then I like to just add a couple of lemon slices when I'm serving it. And there you have it, homemade traditional tabbouleh. And there you have it, traditional Lebanese tabbouleh salad. And that's it. That's a very simple, quick recipe that you can make that's full of flavor and tantalizing for your taste buds from all that fresh parsley, fresh tomatoes, and fresh lemon juice. Thank you for watching. Check out the video description below for a full written recipe. And if you like this video, please go ahead and like, follow, give it a thumbs up so you can see more healthy, feel-good recipes on my channel. Thank you.